Good morning. Good morning, Sarah. How are you? Whew. Real Mr. Bojangle, good morning to you. I did not want to wake up this morning, Sarah. How about you? Good morning, Paul. How you doing, Paul? Excuse me. Hang on. Sarah says, I am awake. And that's a start, right? And she says, good morning, Paul. I might lose you for just a second. I'm coming right back. YouTube's got this funny thing going on lately. Lots of funny things. There we go. Back again. And we want lighting. Yeah, there we go. All right. Cat needs glasses. Oh no, Paul, what happened? Oh my gosh, what happened, Paul? Michael says, good morning, Cat and Jack. And to Jack, hope you're all having a great Thursday morning. Moonlight was excellent at her first vet visit. They will do her shots in 2 weeks. And Nosh also perfect. Amy. Okay. Hi, Amy. Good morning. Sarah said, oh my, I know, right? You feel like you got hit by a truck. Oh, so you didn't really get hit by a truck. Oh my gosh, Paul. Snow was like, oh no. Who worried me? That's okay. I'm just relieved to know you're just feeling, I'm relieved to know you're just feeling bad. Versus the other option. Michael says Moonlight and Noj, old owner, is in so much trouble after leaving her dog unsupervised. Oh no, I don't want to hear that. Oh no, I can't read that, Michael. I'm sorry. Makes me a little ill to my tummy. Sarah says, me too. Right. Ooh, just relieved. All's well that ends well. Oh, my nose. Oh, Michael says, Cat and Jack, I added you as a mod on my channel. Okay. Have you been going live, Michael? You know I work full time, so I'll try to catch up if you're going live as much as I can. Well, thank you, Michael. Paul says, I hope you're all doing well. Well, we found one more of Jack's little rinds, so Jack's doing great. I was cleaning out my closet and found one. He looks like a happy boy. Michael says, I will try to go live whenever you're free from work. Aw. Well, what are your plans, Michael? You let me know. You know I'm off Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. But I want you to go live whenever's convenient for you, friend. Carl Shell, laughing and then sad. What's the matter, Carl? Good morning. Yep, wasn't my favorite. There we go. What's up, Carl? What's today? It's Thursday. Oh, it's Cat Sunday. Bummer. Michael says to Paul, how are you this morning? How's your morning so far? Moonlight and Nosh are sleeping, and Snowflake's sleeping also. Don't choke on that, Jack. Okay. Whew. All right, we need a fan. It's Carl's doctor's day. Okay. What are you getting checked out? Anything in particular today, Carl? I see you thinking I want your rind. I don't want it, baby. It's all yours. I gave it to you and I'm not going to take it away, okay? Need a fan. I'm just here for the fan, man. There we go. Hi. Michael says they told me when Snowflake hissed at the kittens, she's telling them to be good and stuff. They were happy. There's a senior cat living with them. Their plans is $140 a month. It covers office visits and shots. I think I show on a payment plan. Paul says it's painful for some reason, Michael. But it's all good. I hope you're well. I'm glad the little ones are well. Oh, and that's going to help you getting them fixed. Do you guys have like a low cost spay and neuter shelter or spray and neuter place near you? We do. There's a place called Margaret Mitchell Animal Hospital, and they do very low cost spaying and neutering. But they're pretty strict. When I took my girl to get fixed, they said she's slightly overweight. I had waited 3 months. I was like, will you take her? And they said yes. She wasn't overweight. She was just very furry. You think you do? Okay, Michael, that makes sense. What's painful, Paul? I'm just waking up hard this morning. Carl says, I'm charging $1 million for dogs. You don't even have any dogs. How can you charge for dogs, sir? Chewed up real good, honey. You chewed up real good, honey. Don't you be choking. I don't want to be doing no Heimlich maneuver on a dog. I don't even know if it's possible. You don't think I'm funny? Fine. That's fine, Jack. I amuse myself. That's all that matters, sir. This is the conversation I have with my dog during the day. No, usually it's like, Jack, watch out. Jack, watch out. Jack, I'm going to trip on you. Jack, watch out. That's what it's really like. Michael said, your whole body. Michael says, Midnight Junior and Snowflake were fixed for free when I did it. I had to because Midnight Junior was pregnant. Yeah. It doesn't take any time. Ouch, 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 ouch. Okay. Phew. Hi. I just wanted your attention. Paul, do you think you're coming down with something, or do you think it's part of something that's already going on with you? I know you're having a lot of medical issues looked at. Anxious to get these tests out of the way. Yeah. Carl Shell, what did you think, Carl? My Pepsi American flag wall. I knew you would love it, Carl. What do you think, my friend? Nothing to say. I know, it's shocking, right, Carl? Carl's just stunned into silence with how beautiful it is. I didn't put it together the way I was supposed to, so it'll fall apart with a breeze. I was thinking it's going to be my headboard. I think it's just the right size for a headboard. They told me Moonlight and Nosh will lose their baby teeth soon. That's why they chew on me in my sleep. They told me to feed her in the morning and dinner only. Don't overfeed them. Yeah. Paul says, I had some veins removed from my calves 20 years ago, and they've cramped and hurt worse over the years. Really? Were they like varicose veins? Were they like the big varicose vein in the back of my leg and my calf? It always looks like a bruise. Yes. So why do they take it out? What would be a reason for them to remove the veins? Because they hurt. Huh. But are you saying overall that it's worse now, or just a symptom? I don't think mine hurts. It's worse. So you say to somebody who's thinking about that, don't do it. That's been your experience. Interesting. Thank you, Paul. For you, it has. Not that I would ever, I mean, well, never mind. Interesting. And you use your calves a bunch with riding a bike. Huh. I'm thinking about it. Thinking about the mechanics of riding a bike. Carl says, I'm knocking that wall down. Well, that's next, Carl. Our next thing, well, not next, but eventually, we'll do Pink Floyd's Tear Down the Wall. Tear down the wall. Eventually. I'm playing with it for a while, though. It's too much work to take it all down again. And if I want to get in my closets, I do have to shift the wall a little bit one way or the other to get into my closets. I thought about you, Carl. Hi, Dylan. How are you? Actually, Carl, I was going to put us in a tent, but I decided to do the wall instead. Cage Never Missing says, Timber. Yes. Good morning, Cage Never Missing. Paul says, hi, Dylan. Carl says, you won't have a headboard in the tent. It's okay. I never really like camping anyways. Well, I like camping with, I did like camping with one of my husbands who liked camping, and he did all the work. That was great. Yeah, I like being outside. I just don't like doing all that hard work. Do enough hard work, dang it. I'm done. Dylan says, hi, Cat. I sent you a comment. Once you believe. I'm not sure once you believe means. Good morning, Dylan. Holton loves football. Jack is 7. Dylan says, yeah. Sarah says, hi, Dylan. Vecta. Hi, Vecta. Good morning. Good morning. She says, there are too many. There could never be too many. Carl says, with his typical, I'm lost. You're never lost. You're right here, Carl. Once you believe. Sorry about that. No problem, Dylan. Sarah says, love your short videos, Cat. Thank you, Sarah. And Dylan says, hi, Sarah. Carl, do we need to put like an air tag on you? That way we can keep track of you in case you feel lost. We can tell you where you're at. I wonder how far those trackers, like the air tags, will work. Like if I sent Carl an air tag and told him to attach it to his key ring, would I be able to track Carl all the way in Ireland? Paul says my Mabel has a wild side. I just want you to know I was encouraged. Mabel's bringing me to places I've never seen before. Cage Never Missing says, night, and it's not really that good currently going through a breakup. Oh, it's not really that good currently going through a breakup of 4 years. So, but yeah, hello. I'm sorry. Dang, that sucks. But maybe there's something better waiting for you around the corner. Something you had no idea of. Paul says, okay. Like, you don't believe me? Dylan says, I have some breaking news. What is it, Dylan? Jack, when it's so small you get it lost in your fur, you scare me. Paul says, break it, Dylan. Break. Oh gosh, I know what I was doing. I was actually doing something here. We're ready, Dylan. Let's find something different. We're done with her. Oh, keeping me in suspense over here, Dylan. Whoa. Go to, yes, that's what we wanted. Oh my. So, Dylan, okay, here we go. Paul says, am I getting married, Dylan? No, Dylan says, my sister Jolena has had a boyfriend named Rob. Shift, and sorry, I cannot spell his name right, but anyways, they've been together for 2 years now, and guess what? Guess what? Is it what he told? Is it he, Rob, told Jolena and my nephew? I'm not sure. Carl says, kick it. Kick it? What? Told Jolena and my nephew Jojo to get out. Oh no. Cage says, I knew it was coming. Technically, there were signs showing, but I kept hope. I don't know, fully. I kept hope. I don't know. Fully. You don't know fully if you're breaking up yet, but it seems that way. But she seems disconnected with me, so. Hmm. So you're already anticipating what's happening? Oh gosh, stop it. What seems to happen a lot? Oh, that was not pretty. Love seems confusing. Breaking up? Dylan says, "Yep, they all broke up tonight, and he has 9 people in that house of his family members. So I don't know what's going on there. Not getting back together anymore. Sometimes that's the best thing, is to care about each other so much you give each other your freedom." Paul says, "It seems they all end well eventually, Paul, because this is a finite world. So some way or another, they're gonna end." Carl says, "What's love? It's what I feel for you, Carl." Dylan says, yeah, because it's not worth it. Apostle says, should we also? No way. No, I think if you have the chance to have the experience, you have it. You love. If love is before you, you love. And that's what we're here for, right? And of course, we're not going to get it right. It's all practice. Dating is practice. Jackie. Unless we're trying to clear up our karma like you, Paul. But if it's going, okay, but should I not get a dog because I know eventually my heart is going to be broken when they leave me? No, I'm going to enjoy the love I have of my pet while I can. And it's just like that. You enjoy the love while it's here. If you don't do things your whole life just because you're going to have some sadness in it, I guess, wow, you're not living. And even if you try to avoid it, you're still going to encounter some sadness in life. Because people like you, Paul, can't help but to love people. Cage says, no, but giving our last messages, my guess, is she found someone or she's just lost feelings because we always talk things out. And she usually gets defensive when people are trying to get in the way of it. Huh. Dylan says, my mom got so mad, she started saying the F word. Oh no, that's mad. Paul says, yes, it's better in the long run. I couldn't. I need it. I crave it. Carl says, no dogs allowed in the tent. Again, I'm just not going camping. That's it, Carl. Problem solved. Hey, Carl, I forgot to tell you this morning. I love you, Carl. Paul, I love you. And yes, humans are imperfect and make mistakes and are gonna let you down. I'm gonna let you down at some point, and I'm sorry in advance. Michael says we aren't guaranteed tomorrow, even as human beings. Enjoy the day, right? Enjoy the now. Don't let the fear of the future or what could happen stop you from loving today. Thank you for that, Michael. Paul says, love you, fam. I love you too, Paul. Boy, I guess I have a feeling about some of you, but if it weren't for you guys, I would have just Jack. That would be the love in my life. So thank you. You guys are it for me. Carl, you can say I don't, but all I can tell you is I do. And you can't tell me how I feel. Who do you think you are? Dylan says, you still love me, Dylan. Of course I still love you, Dylan. Paul says, as much as I desire that, I know I'll be hurt. That's what I was going to ask you, Cage. He says, I tried talking it out with her, but I don't think she wants to. I don't know. But I don't know. And this is also like 5 weeks where she hasn't texted one. She hasn't texted. One part is worried something could have happened, but the other is breaking up. So do you guys live close to each other? Do you see each other in person? Yeah, it made me a little sad thinking that if I didn't have you guys, there'd be very little love in my life. So thank you. Paul says, how did you meet Cage? Did you swallow that last piece down, Jackie? Dylan says, I just hope Rob wasn't drinking. I swear to God. Good Lord. Dylan, is that what your mom says? Carl says, you don't have me. Okay, Carl. Dylan says, yes. That sounded like something your mom said. Dylan, I kind of felt like that was something a mom would say. You're so cute, Dylan. Paul says, I am curious about relationships. And Paul says, yes, she does, Carl. And Carl says, you're in America. Carl, did you hear what I was saying about sending you an air tag and wondering if I could track you all the way in Ireland? 8 Ball, hello, Jack. It's Jack. Jack. It's Jack, and he's ignoring us, as he does. Kate says, not currently. We live relatively close, though. I've seen her, though, over video chat and other things where she's like, is that one county next to you? Paul tells Carl that when you're not here, Carl, I do ask about you. Dylan said, as far as... You can't spell his last name right. 8 Ball says, hey, Jack, look at us. Look, there you go. Say hello. Say good morning. Dylan says, no, I can't get it right. It's okay. Unimportant. Dylan said, wow, good job, Jack. Paul said, am I? Are you? Wrong. You are, apparently. You're wrong about something in Carl's book. Carl, I don't think there's anything I could ever say to convince you, honey. But I do love you, and I think about you a lot throughout my day. So either I really dislike you or I love you. It's one of the two, buddy. And since I make you birthday cards and I make videos just for you, Carl, I must love you. Daniel says, I am playing with my friend, the One White Rabbit. Oh, what a great name. He's a guy and he's funny. I have had about 4 beers. Well, everybody's funny. Good morning, Daniel Kitts. I saw your message at 9 something last night. Daniel is having a nice evening. Well, since 9 o'clock, I think he's doing pretty good. Kate says, nope, country. Oh, country, Sweden and Germany. So, okay. Huh. Dylan says, are you kin to Carl? Only in the idea that we are all one and we're all family, Dylan. But maybe somewhere down our family lines, we are kin. That'd be funny, wouldn't it? Wassa says, Mabel is doing evil laugh. I missed it. Good morning, Wassa. Yeah, that's it. Oh, hi, Wassa. Coffee cake, good morning. Would y'all stop it with the bestie? Ridiculous. It makes having a best. Jack agrees, right, Jack? Did you see, Jack? We have our hearts back on the side. Wow. One day they're there, the next couple days they're not. How awesome. Dylan says, yeah, I was wondering because you kept talking about Carl a lot. Because Carl needs some extra loving. Coffee Cake says, hello, Wasa Wasa. What's the matter? And Sarah says, good morning, Wasa. Dylan says, oh, okay. Kate says, my suspicion is she may have found someone actually in her country that she likes and grows feelings for. She just doesn't want to say, which is my guess why she's distanced for that reason. Well, Rosie, good morning. Wow. Hi, Rosie. It's good to see you. Yeah. Um, I don't know. Are you brave enough to just call her out and say, hey, I love you and I know you have loved me. And if you have something you're trying to tell me, but you don't want to hurt my feelings, let's just get it out in the open because I feel like something's going on. I don't know. Sometimes I'd rather just hear what's going on and end it than be in all that torture in between with my own thoughts. How you feeling, buddy? Was that good? Yum, yum. Rosie says, hello, everyone. Wassa says, did you miss my first hello, Dylan? At least you didn't miss a comment. Right, Jack? Dylan says, yes, I did, Wassa. I had a relapse there. That's all right. How are you doing, Rosie? Carl says, I did. You did what? What did you do, Carl? It's been so long I don't remember what we were talking about. Wassa says, that's okay. I figured. Don't mind the dog. How are you doing, Coffee Cake? Oh my gosh. Oh, Dylan says, I love you, Wassa. Cage Never Missing says, I've messaged her and asked her about it and she hasn't responded at all. I said my feelings and all that and she just never said anything to follow up. So my mind's thinking it's probably could she be mad at you? Does she do that? Does she get mad at you and not talk to you? That's usually my go-to, but I try. I try really hard not to do that anymore. I do catch myself sometimes. Rosie says, how are you doing? How are you doing? We're good over here. Poor Paul is feeling like he got hit by a truck. Sarah didn't want to get up, neither did I. Daniel is feeling no pain. He's having a great night. And he says, Wassa, how are you doing, bro? I am good. See? Daniel's doing good. Wassa says, Dylan, love right back, my friend. And Coffee Cake says, I'm okay. How are you? Good. Dylan says, oh, wow. Thanks, Wassa. Coffee Cake says, hi, Daniel. What is that, Paul? It's so tiny. That is such a tiny emoji. Even if I had a magnifying glass, I don't think I'd see it. Oh, wait, I do. I have glasses. Nope. Cage says, not normally. She's really talkative with me. While we're talking and dating, she's never once felt that way. So. So, do you have proof of life? Carl says, it's a truck. Oh, the truck that got you. I got you. Now, for a big ass truck, it's awful tiny on my screen. That's all I can say. Paul says, I think I would talk. Wassa says, Daniel, I am good. It took a little help numbing my foot pain, but I'm good. How are you tonight? Do you have like neuropathy? Did you tell me that? I don't know if you told me that. I just know people have had that before. You think you would talk, but you don't know anything about relationships. Okay. Um, yeah, my nose just filled up. It's just like good 1 minute and the next minute it's like full. How does that happen? It's really gross too. Oh, what's up with you, coffee cake? Oh, coffee cake. Oh my gosh, I did not tell you because I had just left. Wait a minute, let me blow my nose because this is impossible. Wow, that's all I can say is wow. Coffee cake. I had just left Yogi's live, but I did hear you. I did hear you playing your guitar and playing your songs, and they were beautiful. Oh my gosh. And your voice, so good, coffee cake. I wanted you to know I did not miss that. You're very welcome. Oh, goodness. Bless your heart. Carl Shell. Carl is digging a hole for your tent stakes. Kate says, no, I don't know. Something could have happened like bad, but my mind just doesn't want to go there. I don't want to dive into the fact if she actually ended up getting in a bad accident or something. Yeah, I would guess it's probably not that, but gosh, since you don't really know, it's, huh? How would you find out? That's another thing, Coffee Cake says. I made a music video, lol, just me, my guitar, and my phone, lol. Hey, drop your link. Yes, drop your link. Definitely want to check it out. Exciting. I'm excited. Yay, Coffee Cake. Good for you. Wassa says, no, not neuropathy, thank goodness, but other very bad problems from autoimmune. Dylan says, did you ever hear me ask you if have you ever told your whole story about what's happened, Wassa? I remember I had also said if you don't want to talk about it, that's fine, but um, I just, I only get bits and pieces of what's going on with you. I don't know about, and sometimes you say an accident. Did you say an accident? Or do you say before I got sick? Dylan says, that reminds me. Rob Schiff's ex wife comes up there every once in a while to drop his kids off there, to drop their kids off there. Well, during the weekends to see their dad. It's probably the reason he's being mean to Jolena. Oh no. Which I don't know why, what really happened. I'm just guessing. Yeah, sometimes that's what we do. We just guess because we don't understand why. Cage says, I mean, her family, if something happened, they have seen me and known me, so they'll probably end up mentioning if something happened, you would hope. There is the link for Coffee Cake's music video. Yay. We'll pull it up on my laptop. Woohoo. Nice. Thank you. I've got you up on my laptop. I can't wait to check it out. Paul says, Dylan, there's a lot of shift going on. Lassa says so. If watermelon with whipped cream on top is incredibly good, the watermelon in yogurt must be super good. Maybe, I don't know. Your watermelon and yogurt reminds me of my peanut butter and sugar. Lassa says, yeah. In fact, I used to make watermelon ice cream, so of course I'm doing this. All right. Coffee cake says Wassa. I bet that is good, especially vanilla yogurt. I don't know. I've never seen watermelon yogurt before, so that's why I wonder. But, you know, they're making a lot more watermelon drinks nowadays, so let us know, Wassa. You are the one out there exploring brave new frontiers. You're a rebel with your watermelon and whipped cream. That sounds like that's that sounds like a dirty movie. I got it. Wait. Okay, I'm back. Dylan said, sorry about that, Paul. I can't spell his name right, but hey, though he does love to shift down vehicles a lot on the road more than he should be doing. So they tell you to shift down instead of using your brakes. But I wonder, when you do that, are you wearing out your clutch? And what is more expensive to replace, your clutch or your brakes? Or is that just not a thing? I always wondered. Wassa says, I'm throwing in almond butter, dried blueberries, a bit of maple syrup, and lots of cinnamon. The super healthy type of cinnamon, piles of it. What is the super healthy type? I love cinnamon. I overdo it in my oatmeal all the time. Dylan said, not vehicles. I mean his car. Right, I got you. I understood. Sarah said, get. Paul is laughing with Dylan. Sarah says, hey. Noni, hi, my friend. Good morning. Wassa says, cat's making my gluttony into a carnal sin. Oh no. Paul says, Sarah said, me too. And Paul said, I just had my oatmeal with cinnamon. Coffee Cake says, I always shift down to 3, then into neutral and brake. Huh. I bet you learned from somebody who really knows too, right? Coffee Cake. I learned to drive a stick when I was maybe 15 from a girlfriend who was living with a predator, I'm sure. Anyways, um, yeah, and he just taught us how to actually shift, which was so good, but not the reasons for and the best practices. So I just feel it all out. Dylan says he's a mechanic though. Well, maybe he knows what he's doing. Carl says, I do not laugh. Carl, lies, 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 Carl. You know, my favorite thing to do in Carl's live stream is to say stuff to make him laugh. Esme, hello. That dog looks like my old dog I used to have named Luna. Are they Cocker Spaniel? No, I know he does sometimes look like a Cocker Spaniel, but he's an Irish setter. And good morning. I like Cocker Spaniels. They're very cute. My favorite dog, though, after an Irish setter and a Chihuahua and a never mind every other dog I've ever had is Cavalier King Charles Spaniels. I've always wanted one. They were just too expensive, and now I'm over it. But love them little dogs. Kate says, I mean, she had one incident where she was admitted for mental health problems and they notified me then. So that could be a possibility, but it was kind of false admission. So, boy, that's just frustrating and not fair to leave you hanging like that, Cage. Coffee Cake says she can. And Wassa says there's cassia fake cinnamon that's actually bad for you and even a bit dangerous in large quantities. So that's not what they're selling you. Well, what do they sell you on the grocery store shelf? A stick was your first. That's how you learned. I think that's a great idea. Neither one of my girls could learn. I think if I had to do it over again, I would teach them for sure. But they have no interest now. Wassa says, then there's real cinnamon Ceylon that is super healthy for you, crazy healthy. Dylan says, maybe, I don't know. He's just crazy. Right, Coffee Cake says, unfortunately can't drive those anymore due to my left foot nerve damage. Ceylon, cinnamon, 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 cinnamon. Paul says, maybe I'm having a cassia body pain. Could be. Carl, you stop. He's an American Irish setter. How's that? Dylan said you could do a yellow Labrador Retriever. They're a pretty dog. They are. But Dylan, you know, Cat is a fool for a redhead. Wassa says, oh, that's a crying shame. I almost want to stick regardless of what vehicle it is. The only thing is, it's really hard to do so many other things that you want to do in your car that you're not supposed to be doing in your car when you're driving a stick. Dylan says, oh, I'm going to go check my cinnamon. Who knew? Who knew there's a bad cinnamon and a good cinnamon? I certainly didn't know it. Huh, Jack? Carl says, good morning, Lisa. Hi, Lisa. Cage says, I mean, I would rather if she is not wanting to be with me that she tells me and I don't find out later, but at the same time, if she's cheating, she definitely won't be up front. So that sucks. Paul says, do you have any relationship advice? Okay, which one is this? Is this the bad one? And how would you know if you just buy the cheapest thing off the shelf? Pure, that's not either one that you mentioned. Awarded gold medal for highest quality. I don't buy this brand normally. I can't read the other ingredients. It's too hard to read. Oh, is that why the big push away from the stick shifts? Wow, I suppose also that the AI is getting efficient enough that as an automatic so to outperform a manual, maybe. Why they can I can't read that. Who could read that? Can you read? Oh, wait a minute now. For over how many years? It's too hard to read. I don't want to hear your stories. I want to hear if you're the good stuff or the bad stuff. It's way too hard to read. It's a bunch of crap. Whatever. 100 years. Carl says it's banned here, whatever it is that Cat has. Carl, I love you. I love you so much. You're so funny. You crack me up. Oh, Dylan had said, huh, that is really weird to have bad cinnamon. I know. Carl says Ireland needs more spice. I don't know. Carl's pretty spicy over there. I don't know if Ireland can handle any more spice over there. Driving a stick does make you feel very powerful, though. What the heck is with that? It's very interesting. Carl says ban American food here. Even cinnamon? My goodness. Dylan says, oh, okay, it's cinnamon, not cinnamon. I still knew what you meant. But yes, with a C. You did really good sounding it out, though. This is gourmet, so it must be good. It's got to be good, right? It's a rule. If it says gourmet, it must be good. Paul says, I thought it was banned there. Well, if it's not, Carl will make sure it is very soon. Erebus, hey. I was going to step in to give relationship advice, but I also don't want to break my friend's heart. That's tough, right? It's a tough position to be in. But yes, he should have some answers one way or another. It's kind of unfair to leave somebody, even that I can see how maybe if she is wanting to break up, how maybe she still cares about you and doesn't want to break your heart. I was thinking there's that really uncomfortable not knowing period, but what's worse, the not knowing and still having a tiny bit of hope, or the knowing it's completely over and being devastated? It's a tough choice. So maybe she could be doing it out of kindness if that's the situation. Misguided kindness. Really, Wassa? This one's bad? Because it's almost half gone. It was a really big thing. I used it all almost. It's even got a date on it. How can cinnamon go bad? Paul says he would like advice. Neither. It's neither. It's Canal, whatever the heck that is. Pure. It says pure. How can it be bad if it's pure? Diverse curse. Ha ha butts. Did you see my butt? Oh my goodness. I was trying to keep it covered, but sometimes it shows. Sometimes I show my butt. It happens. Good morning, diverse curse. Wassa says, Cassia is the bad one, and it isn't even a true cinnamon. But do they sell it? Do they sell it on the grocery stores as cinnamon? Branded as cinnamon? How can there be a good one and a bad one? Erebus says, please leave messages open through cage and not do. Please leave messages open though. cage and not do something like you did before? Oh, bad reaction to a breakup? Dylan says, I still cannot get over Tombstone pizza tasting bad. Yeah, you should let it go. You're not going to change it, so all you're doing is just reliving that frustration and disappointment. Paul says, friends have told me they won't let me be in a relationship. They will disown me. Paul, what kind of friends do you have? What's wrong? I mean, I feel like maybe they know something we don't, because what you're saying to me makes absolutely no sense. What friend would tell you? What friend? See, that's the problem. What friend would tell you that? It doesn't make a whole bunch of sense. You have the craziest things and friends and people in your life, Paul. I just want to go beat them all up. I'm going to go beat them all up and tell them to be nice. They said they need to interview her first. So do you mean like they're looking out for you? Because I'll take it all back if they're looking out for you, Paul. Wassa says, yes, unfortunately, they do sell it as cinnamon, and many people don't know the difference, and they think they're eating something healthy. I never thought of cinnamon as healthy, just yummy, especially with some good old sugar added to it. Dylan says, yeah, sorry, it's just crazy. Rosie's just peeking. It's a lot in here. This relationship conversation. Rosie, what do you think about, have you been listening? Have you been listening to what Cage is going through? And as a female, what do you think? Paul says, yes. Okay, I take it all back. As long as your friends are being kind and loving, I take it all back. Wassa says, yeah, what? Don't let them do that, Paul. Even if you think they mean well, it's an incredibly bad idea. Carl is throwing out all of the cinnamon. Rosie says, yup. No, real cinnamon Kalon is super healthy. Well, what the hell is Canel then? Mine doesn't say either one. It says a totally different one, Wassa. I thought you were the expert on cinnamon. How many types of cinnamon are there, and which ones are bad for you? Because Wassa is really confusing me. It says, that's a great question, and Wassa is probably mixing together two different issues. There are 4 main types of cinnamon, but for everyday shopping, you really only need to know about 2. Ceylon, the true cinnamon, and cassia cinnamon. It's the most common cinnamon sold in the U.S. grocery stores. It's fine for normal cooking and baking, but if you're taking large amounts every day, like teaspoons daily for blood sugar, it's not the best choice. So is any cinnamon bad? And it says not really. The concern is how much you consume. Taking large amounts every day for months, especially the cassia cinnamon, may expose you to enough coumarin to increase the risk of liver problems in some people, huh? Interesting. So still, what the heck is in my box here? Well, there you go. Well, how come it doesn't actually... Wait a minute. Okay. If the container doesn't say which cinnamon it is, how would you know? Sorry, what I missed. Dylan says, okay, I'm getting really tired, so good night, everyone, and good night, Cat. Good night, sweet Dylan. Sweet dreams, and I love you. Paul says, I'm probably not eating the right cinnamon. Well, it says sprinkling it, but if you're eating spoonfuls of it for lowering your blood sugar. Ooh. Yeah, it says 90% of the stuff in the grocery store is I forgot what I was going to say. Paul says, I like the taste. Me too. And cinnamon, if you don't have to add sugar to the cinnamon, but cinnamon seems to bring out the sugary taste and stuff if you do it right. I think you should try some cinnamon on your watermelon, Wasa. Yes. He says, okay, the watermelon and yogurt was fine, but it wasn't the dream food hoped for. Lesson learned. See, I told you. You don't usually see watermelon yogurt out there for a reason. I was afraid to say that because I was like, next time you go to work, you're going to find watermelon yogurt out there. Wasa says whipped cream and more maple syrup did salvage it pretty well. You don't know, Rosie, you got nothing. Paul says, Rosie, how are you? I'm just more confused about cinnamon now than ever. How could cinnamon be bad? It's just not right. Oh, so my cinnamon is most certainly the bad one. Almost certainly the bad one. Well, poo. So is it super expensive? Is there a big what it said was if you're buying ground cinnamon, more than likely you're buying the one you don't really want to take large quantities of. Cage says, Erebus, I don't want to talk about that. I told you that before. I see what you said, Erebus. And Rosie had said, don't think nothing of either. Don't think nothing of it either. She needs space or she doesn't want to be in that relationship. It's going to hurt, but that's the truth. Was there something before that? Okay, yeah. Thank you for that, Rosie. Well, I hope that's behind you, Cage. Wasa says, I think I'm behind on the stream again. I'm behind right now. Says a little I was. Anyways, good night, Dylan. Hi, Soul Chef Antonia. Good morning. She says, great day. Beautiful reflections. Good morning to you, sweet Antonia. No. Well, I'm so confused because ChatGPT said it's probably the cassia. Well, you're behind because I was looking to see, but just because it's in a pretty metal package doesn't mean nothing. Paul says mine is not the good stuff. I don't think mine is either, Paul. Yeah, so is there a big price difference, Wasa? Do you know? I mean, I think that's worth looking at, especially since I do love cinnamon so much. Cage says it's not fully, which is why I don't like talking about it, and he knows that. Well, I have to say, I've lost two brothers that way, Cage, so I'm super sensitive to it, and I want you to know that it's never the solution, and I'll drop it because I know you don't want to talk about it, my friend. Wasa says, well, ChatGPT is probably correct. I may have misspelled it or something. I don't know. ChatGPT is not always correct. I have to ask it several times. Are you sure? Are you sure? Tom says, check for a pulse. Must I? Must I get up? Because I have makeup running halfway down my face. Pulse. Oh, yeah, there's a heartbeat. Sweet baby boy. Who's a sweet boy? Proof of life, yes. There is life going on there. Paul says, hi, Tom. Logan says, hi, Logan. Good morning. Wasa says, there is a price difference, yes, and real cinnamon has such a long list of known and almost assuredly some as yet known health benefits, it's worth the extra cost. And Tom says, we'll check again tomorrow. All right, thanks, Tom. Logan says, puppy dog. Paul says, hi, Logan. I'm sorry, Jack. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It was me. It was me. Look, right here. Look. Look at Mom. It was me. See? Yep, it was me. It's okay. Yeah. Goodness. Wasa says, hey, Tom. Hey, Logan. Soul Chef Antonia says, how is Jack in the beanstalk doing this morning? He's good. He's already been out. He's been watered. He's been watered and given fresh air. And he's practicing his pancake. He's doing pretty darn good. Soul Chef Antonia. How are you, ma'am? Logan says, why do I have to get up? Why do I have 25 up? Last night I had 75 or 85. What are you talking about? Right there's Rosie sending some love and a peace sign. It looks like a peace sign balloon. And Cage says, I mean, it's not that I don't really want to talk about it. It's what happened when I did talk about it. I was mistreated bad, but at the same time, I hate myself for doing it. Oh. Puddle pooch, that's right. Logan says, okay, bye now. I need to see my hella funny video and just wanted to say, well, Logan, thank you. Did you hit the like? Did you hit the like button too? No, seriously, I do appreciate you came by just to say hi. What are you confused about? Wait, with its back to 75. What the heck? What are you talking about? Kate says, doctors mistreated me and they worsened the problem. I see. Well, dang. I don't even have anything to say except for even sometimes people mean well and they mess things up. Logan says, of course I hit Z like button. Me XP. What? Anyways, bye for now. Be back later maybe. Okay, we'll be here till 5, Logan. 5 my time. And yeah, thanks for coming by. And I love you, Logan. Thank you. Paul says, bye, Logan. Erebus says, I'm here though, Cage. Yes. And if you have any kind of beliefs in reincarnation or different lifetimes, well, I guess it would only fall under I don't know. Under reincarnation, if you were to do that, you just come back and do it all over again. So you're never truly escaping. Logan says, bye, Artful. Bye, Wassa. Bye, Cat. Bye, Puppy Dog. So cute. Bye now. Bye, Logan. Cage says, just drop it. But yes, I understand. Fair. Who's the old man? Me? Him? All of us. Gotcha. Rosie, what's the face, my sister? Soul Shift Antonia's peeping and smiling. What do you got planned for today, Soul Chef Antonia? What's today, Thursday? I've got to go pull out my electric corded chainsaw. Yes, you heard it right. I have a chainsaw that is electric and has a cord. Obviously, I did not know what I was doing when I purchased it. Paul says, I guess we're supposed to have smoky sky. I heard that. Where is the smoke coming from? Y'all can keep that to yourselves. I get all, I get all. I know a lot of it's in my mind. I know it. I swear I know it. But anytime I'm around cigarette smoke, even though I used to smoke, I'm like a hypochondriac. I'm like, can't breathe and my chest tightens up. And so smoke in the air that's out of control and I can't get away from is just too much. From Canada, Rosie from Canada. She says, I hope you're not vaping anymore. So bad for you, sister. They don't even know how bad it is for you yet. Jack, that was a great burp. Good job. Jack looks so all American behind his in front of his Pepsi flag with the little alien in the back. He's as American as aliens and disclosure. Soul Chef Antonia says, it's Thankful Thursday. I am practicing thankfulness. You know, today's A Course in Miracles lesson is what is it? What is it? It's about gratitude. Something about only how much I benefit. Oh gosh, don't even mess it up, Cat. I was trying to do a thumbnail for today's A Course in Miracles lesson and just wasn't coming for me. So we just stuck with Mabel going to the beach. So today's A Course in Miracles lesson is, it can be but my own gratitude I earn. And it points to the idea that gratitude naturally arises when we recognize what is true. Who is true? The truth. I added that my part. Not because we forced ourselves to be grateful. It naturally arises when we realize who we really are underneath our stories. Soul Chef is Thankful Thursday. I am practicing thankfulness. I think that's a great idea. I'm sorry I'm behind. Maddie's, and I snorted. Did you hear that? Shh, don't tell anybody. Maddie, Maddie says, search your heart, search your mind, love from friends you will find. You're my beautiful friend. Peace and love I do send. You have a beautiful heart, my dear friend. Thank you, Maddie. That's so sweet. You're such a great poet. So good. Oh, my stomach agrees. Rosie says, I ain't stopping it anytime soon. What are we stopping? Not stopping. Oh, vaping? Well, that's your choice, my love. But I just think people are not aware. I think we're going to find out smoking vapes are as bad or even worse than tobacco. I don't want that to be the thing, but I do have a really strong feeling that's going to be the case. Paul even cares about you, Rosie. Doesn't want you to be vaping. It's no bueno. Well, let me see it and quit hiding it from me. Ah, real Mr. Bojangles. You know, YouTube didn't like what you said. I don't know what it means, though. Jack is my BBC, big boy companion. I don't know what. Rosie says, oh, we're us giving you a hard time. It's only because we love you, Rosie, and you're so young. We don't want to see you later on down the line paying for some mistakes. Vapes taste good, better than food. Well, I think they're terrible. I think they're terrible with other flavors. I think the flavors are even worse. Well, I'm just gonna stop being a parent because nobody wants to hear it. You think you already are? Kate says you are not helping Erebus. I might go because I know it's always going to be. It will get better. That's always a response from everyone. Well, no, it's going to get worse before it gets better, but eventually. There you go, ever loving outdoors, popcorn lungs. Yes. Carl says, I'm having pancakes. Yay. Carl's having breakfast this morning. Pancakes are great. Paul says, we'll still love you. Yes, we of course will still love you, Rosie. Maddie says, outdoors. Hi. Rosie says, was asked a question yesterday. Do you smoke? Nope. LOL. My mama kicked my ass if she knows. So, do you think the attraction might be a little bit of the because you're not supposed to, Rosie? Maddie says, good morning, Carl. Ever loving outdoors says, hi, everyone. Hello, friend. Carl, are you on the street? I'm having pancakes on the street. Is there a pancake truck, Carl? How do you do this thing? How do you do this thing? I don't understand. Pancakes on the street. Hey, Jack. Hey, Jack. 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 I love you, Jack. 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 Jack, there's a mouse. Jack, there's a kitty cat. Jack, there's a bone. The street cakes. Yes, Paul. Cage says, I don't think there's a worse. It's past that point. Peter got a dragon. What a great name. On so many levels, that's such a great name. Peter says, woof, woof. And Carl says, ask Tina M about the pancakes on the street, the street cakes. We're trying to see if he's licking the blanket or licking his foot. Hi, Jim. Hello there. Good morning. How are you? Strawberry pancake roll-ups. Pancake street cakes could be pancake roll-ups. That's a pretty good idea, Paul. Wow. Does anybody know of anything like that? Rosie says, no, I'm not supposed to or even allowed to, but really I don't care. To be honest, I'll either get yelled at or who knows what will happen. I know sometimes it's fun to do things just because you're not supposed to. Like when I'm driving down one of the main roads and they have one of those, what the hell are they called? Those things that read your, read how fast you're going, and they move it from place to place. And it'll tell you how fast you're going. And as long as you're going under the speed limit on the little digital readout, it's fine. But if you go over 25 miles per hour, this blue light comes flashing. And it's so fun. So I will purposely gas it just to get the blue light to go off. Because I'm not supposed to. And it's fun. Oh no, we're making Carl sick. Yes, the speed limit. Ever Loving Outdoors says, when I was homeless after the army, I took that time to reflect, drop bad habits, and seek the adventures I always wanted to experience. I panhandled, but used the money for good things like positive. Ever Loving Outdoors, thank you for sharing. I don't know if you guys know James at Ever Loving Outdoors, but you should go check out his channel, get to know him. Um, Yeah, I got a little bit of your story off of something I watched, James. Um, and thank you for your service, my friend. Jim says with a little bit of syrup. What's with a little bit of syrup? Oh, the street cakes, rolled up strawberry pancakes with a little bit of syrup. Yeah, you could have a little dunking syrup on the side, or you could have it on it. I don't know. I think it's a good idea. I think somebody should make street cakes for breakfast. Jackie? Cage says, me and Erebus don't get along in these situations, which is why I said to stop, but he just kept going and has been super dismissive before. Well, you can't be too mad at somebody for doing that because they love you and they care about you. The ever loving outdoors is positive experiences and positive health and say, you finished your story. I'm sorry. I, I panhandled, but used the money for good things like positive experiences, positive health, and saved for a house. That's great. Paul says, that's nice to hear, James. Carl says, I don't have a channel. Don't have a channel that I live stream off of every Tuesday afternoon. Jim says, getting hungry now. Paul says, glad you're here on the channel, Cage. Yes. Ever Loving Outdoors says, yeah, it only lets you write so much. I know. Jim says, yeah. Rosie says, Carl, let's both delete our channels. What channel? He doesn't have a channel. Nope. Paul says, no. You just stop it right there. Hold up a minute. Do you think you're going to be able to get out for a ride today, Paul? And what is easier on your on your legs, riding the bike or walking? Rosie says, Jack is waiting, Rosie. He's waiting to hear. Ever loving outdoors, that was my plan to get a puppy in the spring, but financially things kind of fell through. Maybe next spring. Today's the day you have testing? Paul? He says tests start at 6. Carl says America needs snow. No snow. Yes, okay. So no ride or walk this morning. Ever Loving Outdoors says, oh, I hear that financially part. They can get expensive very quick. Rosie says Tess. Ugh. And Paul says no. 3 tests. Yeah, I think I was planning on getting the puppy, but then I went on short-term disability again the beginning of the year, so that cut my income by 2/3 for a month or two. Right, Jack? Yeah, sure did. It wasn't helpful, but we survived, didn't we? We're just a little more in debt, but it's okay. We have each other, don't we, baby? Yeah, I saw that. I love you, Jackie. Ever Loving Outdoors says, you said no, and I heard snow, and I'm thinking I could use some snow. No snow. Z Corp Alpha, hello. Hope you're well. Georgia was still mild today. Nice to have a channel of sanity on Insane YouTube. Well, it's nice to have you. Nice to see you again, Z Corp Alpha. Cage says, I don't even know what caring is. I honestly don't know myself anymore. It just felt like a jab from her, my lover. All of it just made everything worse. Well, it's not over till the heavy lady sings. I'm just saying you don't know the whole story yet, so don't crucify yourself yet. Ever Loving Outdoors says he's such a beauty. Thank you, I agree. Daniel Berry Sports Highlights. Happy Thursday. What's up, everyone? Maine got terminated. Resubbed. I don't know if that I understand what that means, Daniel. Oh, Paul loves the idea of snow. Rosie's sleepy, and then I don't know what that emoji is. It looks like a Cheshire cat without the something. Carl says, it's over for me. All right, Carl. Paul says, hi to Daniel Berry Sports Highlight. Have you seen some of Daniel Berry Sports Highlights? They're pretty good. I am not a sports person, but he puts out some pretty good shorts. You had to start over, Daniel? Are you looking for subs again, friend? Z Corp Alpha says, have a beautiful Thursday. Thank you. You too. Rosie says, question or never mind, actually. All right. Daniel Berry, I'm going to check it out and see if you need. Yes, Daniel Berry had to start all over again. So, hang on. I'm thinking about what I'm doing here. I was just there. What did you do, Kat? Well, poo. Ever Loving Outdoors says YouTube is a great platform. We got to not be so sensitive. We've gotten to a place where we get attacked if we say something others don't agree with. When it comes to loved ones, we disagree all the time. Carl says it's Friday here. Carl, you're fibbing. You just want me to go to work, don't you, Carl? You're so funny. Okay. This is Daniel's screen name. And let me get back over there. I'm just a big old dork this morning. Subscribed. Let's get him back up there. He puts out great shorts. There we go. And Wassa, did you go to sleep or are you cleaning up your mess? This is Daniel Barry's Sports Highlights link. If you enjoy sports and you enjoy the time that Daniel Barry puts into bringing us some great sports shorts, then click the link and sub. Paul says, nothing against sports or sports fans. I just never watched or played. No, yeah, same. Same, Paul. But he's got some really good stuff in there. Some that, even for non-sports fans, I get surprised sometimes. And I can appreciate all the work he puts in, too. Carl says, I put shorts out. You do, Carl. You sure do. Logan says, I'm back and I'm sad. What's the matter, friend? What happened? What happened? Oh, the dog disappeared. That's what happened. Rosie says, ugh, who isn't sad these days? Logan says, the dang funny vid won't load. I'm sorry. Well, that's a bummer, isn't it? Is that the bowl or the bowl? Carl says, I'm not sad. Well, I'm glad. It's the bowl. You got it. He might eat. You coming back? Logan says, I've got to wait till Friday to get ungrounded. Oh, no. What did you do, Logan? From your PC because of your homework? Is that what you told me? It was because of your homework? Oh, it's not a poster. It is my Pepsi board that I've been working on with old ads, old Pepsi advertisements. Is that it? Carl says, you're getting to meet a nice nurse? Really? Rosie says, that's my thing. Ugh, what's your thing? Logan has been hella bored and I'm out of school. Maybe you should go to summer school. One of my favorite things, it's not, I mean, it's just something I was doing because I was bored. So yeah, it was right around COVID, but it was also around the time I got my chickens. And the cat is made from a pitch black advertisement. But she has chickens in her eyes, and I don't know if I can blow it up enough so you could see the chickens in her eyes. No, I guess not. Oh, well. All right. Paul has never been bored, really? Rosie says, so. Logan says, hell no. Not the hail. Kate says, I mean, I don't know the full story, but I don't want to know the full story. If she's leading me on, and I don't want to talk about my past, that's all. Or present, past or present habits. Okay. Carl says, goodbye. It's time. Are you leaving for sure, Carl? Rosie says, Carl, can I come? You know, that hurts my feelings, Rosie. Logan says, I'm going back to full pain and suffering in less than 40 days. What does that mean? Paul says, what does being bored feel like? You have to ask somebody who has time to be bored. Carl says, TikTok time. Have fun. Have fun, Carl. It's Carl and Tutina time. Carl, Tutinas in a microphone. If I can find it, it's missing. My Carl song. No, it's not. Ever loving outdoors says there's billions of things outside to discover and adventure. Why? Because you want to leave. I feel like you're begging Carl to take you away from here. Logan says, bro, did YouTube not allow the thing I said? I don't know, my friend. Oh, because all that happens in school is I get bullied all gosh darn day and I'm effing sick of it. Well, you have a break, so enjoy the time where you're away. Oh, the two Tinas are on TikTok. Got you. Ever loving outdoors says the feel of bored depends on if it's pine, walnut, oak, etc. You should have picked up on that one there, Paul. Carl says TikTok is over 21 and that makes you happy. I know. Rosie says, I'm trying my best to stay here. Well, you don't have to. I don't want to make you stay here. I don't know how I even joined, to be honest. Everything hurts. Well, maybe you need to go rest, honey. I'm sorry. I was just joking, too. Well, no, I was a little serious, but it's not anything I wouldn't get over. But I'm more serious about Carl's song right now. And where's my zesty sauce? Carl says, enjoy being copyrighted. You wish you could copyright me. I love you, Carl. Have a good day. Have fun on TikTok. And Paul is laughing. That would be something, huh? Carl sends me a professional copyright notice. Ever loving outdoors is behave, kids. I really admire your journey, James. I don't know why I just thought of that. I was just thinking about it again. About how impressed I was when I looked at your page the other day. You have been through a lot. Logan says, one time I was just effing existing, passing out lunch cards, and this girl decided to say I called her a terrible thing, which I did not even say, then decided to say I threw her lunch card at her. Oh no, you would never, Logan. Ever Loving Outdoors says, thank you. We only got one. I'm doing my best to make it a good one, and I appreciate it. Hi, Yogi. Good morning. Yogi says, good morning, Cat, and love to you, Rosie. Thank you, Yogi. Ever Loving Outdoors, James, have you met Yogi? Yogi, Ever Loving Outdoors is my friend James. Logan's Legos and Gaming says, and I literally, as gently as possible. Now, Logan, with all those very strong words, I don't know how gently as possible you set down her lunch card. Rosie says, hi, Yogi, and thank you. Erebus says, truly, I was just trying to help Cage, but I'm going to tell he wants from me. But I can stop it, Cat. I can tell he wants space from me. Just be safe, Cage. Hi, Shane. Good morning. I understand that, Erebus, and I hope you don't stay away from here. How are you, Shane? Maybe, just maybe, for everybody out there who's depressed and having a hard time seeing the good in life, maybe, just maybe, we could try practicing a little gratitude. I think when you look for things to be grateful for, your whole perception of things can change. And I know when you're really down in the dumps, you really don't want to look for good things, but there is a way out. You've just got to be willing to look for it. And I love you. And Snow the Squirrel, good morning, my friend. You just finished your live stream. I'm so obviously I didn't see you, honey. I'm sorry. How'd it go, Snow the Squirrel? Rosie says, Cat, are you mad at me now? I am not mad at you. I love you. It hurts my heart for my friends to be going through such sadness. Erebus says, no, I'm not leaving the channel, but I can tell he needs space and it's super rough what happened, so I'm going to give him time. That's a good idea. Shane says, do you daily gratitude list? No, sometimes I do. Sometimes when I am falling into a funk, I will most certainly start journaling a gratitude list. I have done it before. And I have found it's helped. The ever-loving outdoors says, oh, we are so blessed for every breath, every second, every moment. I agree. I think sometimes we can be in a spot where it's hard to see. Logan says, guys, I have a question for y'all. Everyone stopped sending stuff. What? What do you mean? Snow the Squirrel says, only one person saw my live and asked questions. What time is it there, Snow the Squirrel? Rosie's sending hearts. Shane says, what are you grateful for today? Well, this morning I told everyone here how grateful I am for you guys because in my daily life, I have Jack. I don't have best friends. I don't have a bunch of family I'm close to. So you guys are it. You guys are the love I experience every day. And wow, my life has changed so much because of it. And I thank you guys. I want to cry because, yeah, it would be very lonely without you guys. So thank you. Snow the Squirrel says it's 12 p.m. in the morning. Okay, so it's midday for you. You should have had more people. Interesting. I'm sorry. I just didn't know. You know, I would have been there if I could have. And Snow the Squirrel says, my best friend is Snow and Caramel. Yeah. Our pets, man. What would we do without the pets that we do have? I don't like you. You need to turn. What is the time? Speaking of 4:52. Okay. Well, Snow the Squirrel, do you know? I know you just kind of play it by ear. Do you have any plans of the next time you're going to go live stream? Shane says, loneliness is the scourge of the world. It's pretty tough. I agree. Logan says, who here has those few people in class that somehow instantly become your best friend and you don't even know how? You know, Logan, I have a few people I have encountered on YouTube like that. They know who they are. On the first day, yep. I've had that experience, Logan. Not in school though. Oh, 9 p.m. That's when you plan on going again? Logan says, am I one of them? Yes. Shane says, I know you know I am. Yes. Logan, I'm glad that you feel so free to express yourself here. I'm glad that you have that freedom. Logan says, yay. I hope Wassa didn't get sick. I hope he just filled his belly and went to sleep. He might have been mixing too many things in there. Cage, I don't know really what you want from Erebus. He's just trying to do the best for you, showing he cares, and then trying to honor what you want. He's a good friend, it seems like. Bill says, oh, hi. Hi, Bill. Bill says, I am grateful for Sacramento, VA. I was there 23 days due to Crohn's, and thank you. Wow, Crohn's is tough. And good morning, Bill. Logan says, I just ate cashews I stole from my uncle. You're going to eat all of his cashews, Logan. What will he say when he goes to open his cashew on? Ever loving outdoors. I have to get going. Everyone have a blessed day. Hey, James, thanks for stopping by. Have a great day. Yes. Logan, you stole a gallon yesterday, so I think by now he might start to notice. Did somebody say the dog's dead again? Logan says the dog is not dead. He's just pancaking. He is. Here, we'll give you aliens to talk about instead of dead dogs. How's that? Much more fun. Paul says, bye, James. Bill says, like and subscribe. Thank you for that, Bill. How are you, Bill? Where are you from? 456. Hey, Jackie. Rosie says, I hate when they say it. It's not funny. Well, you know, sometimes people just don't know what else to say and they go with the most obvious. There's a dog laying like a pancake on the floor. What were you doing, Kat? I don't know. Trying to find something else. Who has a container in the back? Oh, your uncle has a container in the backyard that is the size of I don't know what a 225 is, of the AN 225. Is that a plane? You're from Rockland, California. Okay. Where is that at? North, central, south? Rosie has a question. Logan says, yes, little Johnny. What is your question, Rosie? Oh, it's the biggest It's the world's biggest plane ever made. Well, if Carl was here, he could have answered that, huh? The biggest plane ever made. Is it like a double-decker plane? Rosie says, are those filled with soda? Yes. I purchased and carried each 12-pack of soda, Rosie, into the house. And yesterday I built it. Is it a Russian plane? Is that what you're saying, Bill? It's not a double-decker, but it got destroyed in the Ukraine war. The double-decker plane is an Airbus, Tom. Rosie says, can I have a Mountain Dew as long as you're up for Code Red? Cage says, I don't want anything from him. I do care, but I distance myself from people in these situations because I don't want to hurt them. It's a habit I've had. I don't hate him. Yes, I got you. I got you, Cage. And I was saying earlier, we were talking, that I can cut people off too when I'm upset or frustrated or maybe angry at them. But I'm learning to do things differently because it's not worked for me. It's a Russian aircraft. Cool. Logan says it's a... Why are you cussing at me, Logan? Goodness. You're going a little too far, Logan. I realize you're having fun with those cuss words, but don't be cussing at me. Rosie says, wait, you built it? Is it just cardboard? Ugh. What do you mean, ugh? Rosie, you'll have to go see my video. Wait a minute, Rosie. You have to go see my video. And you have to watch to the end, because if you don't watch to the end, you won't. You just won't. Bye, Tricky Deborah. Hang on. Hang on. I got it. I guess the question is, did I build the wall or did I have help? Home. There. Link for Rosie. There you go. Paul says, Logan seems angry. No, Paul, Logan's not angry. Paul is young and is not allowed to express himself in all caps and cuss words most of the time. So he is having fun expressing himself and using those words in a place that's not going to get him in trouble, unless he uses it at Cat. I don't think he's really angry. I think he's just expressing himself. Kay says, I wanted him away because I don't want to hurt him with what I was going to say. Bill says, I'm retired U.S. Air Force, and that bird was huge and old. It is gone. Was it destroyed? Did you mean to build it as an American flag? Yes, it's missing a piece. Logan says, Gliggle. Wassa says, oops, I drifted off. I figured you either went and got sick from your concoction or you drifted off. Well, welcome back, Wassa. Just in time to go hang out with Yogi, who should be live soon. Let me see if he's not already. Dun, dun, dun. Our friend Sarah Lee is live. He's not live yet. Gliggle, gliggle, and gliggle. It's not letting me even view your messages anymore. Is that Millie Queen? I'm new. What y'all up to? You see it. American flags, America, ETs, redheads and dogs. Wassa says, yes, there he is, exactly as you finish saying that. I don't know what you did there, Logan. Bill says America first. Too bad we have to be America first. How come we can't take care of everybody first? All right, so it is time for Yogi. There he is. I was going to share his link before I leave you. Copy link, copied, and come back to you guys. There, paste. The link for Yogi. Yogi is live. I love you. I love you. I love you. I hope you guys have a great day. And Logan, you're so funny. I love you. Love you, Paul. I hope you feel better. Rosie, I hope you feel better. Wassa. Bill says, oh, a liberal channel. Not really, but you go ahead with whatever you think. Love you guys. I will see you later. Bye.